So, like I said, this is a speech I've been giving for years, and it's kind of my lasting message to you guys, you know, that sort of thing. So, this is for my special little snowflakes in my other class. They're a big fan of trigger warnings. So if you're triggered by blatant sarcasm, the side of truth. Also, I'd say that it's probably been a rough Tuesday and Thursday mornings if that triggers you or causes trouble, is troubling to you. So now you've been triggered, you've been trigger warned, so we can move on with my speech. So there are two things that should be on everyone's list when choosing a romantic partner. Now this applies to whether you're gay, straight, transsexual, two-spirit, pansexual, sapiosexual, whatever you got going on, this applies to you. Are there any guesses on what these things could be? It's not a trick question. You guys have all been around romantic relationships. Your parents are at least involved in one for at least some time, even if they aren't now. And you may have been in some romantic relationships. Your friends may be in them. What two things should they be looking for?
Personality.
Personality. Okay, that's a good one. It's not the one I'm going for, but that's okay. It's certainly a good thing. What else?
Common interests.
Interests. Okay. Still not where I'm going with this, but that's okay.
Looks.
Appearance. Okay, looks. That's a part of one of mine is a part of that one of those. That is one part of that. Anything else? I'm only hearing from one person so far. We've even got someone who's married that. Okay, you don't need this advice. You already got it. You're good. Anything else? No, all right. Well, you got that's okay. That's fine. So, of course, I'm going to have to tell you a story to get to my two things. So I'm going to tell you a story. So, when you're younger, these are pictures. This is me graduating high school, and this is back when I was in high school and I could do fun runs. I was doing 5Ks and 10Ks. I don't do those anymore. But when you're younger, really doesn't matter. You can date whoever you like. You don't have to be serious about it because chances are the people you're dating at this stage in your life are probably not the people you're going to be dating for the long term. So you don't have to be as serious. You're kind of learning as much about yourself as you are about the other person you're dating. Not that you don't have people that meet their one true person in high school or college, but it's kind of rare in 2016. But so when you're young, you can date whoever you want, but you have to get more serious as you get older. So these are my parents. You may not know this. I think I might have mentioned it. My mom was a single mom in graduate school on food stamps with my younger brother. She was married when she was 22. Then she had my brother, and then she divorced in her late 20s. And then in her 30s, she met my dad. And then shortly after that, my dad adopted my brother. So my brother and I are technically half brothers, but we have this. He hasn't seen his bio dad since high school, which he's now 46. So, he's 47. Goodness. Anyway, so for all purposes, we have the same dad. But my mom had to be more serious with her second marriage because she had a child. And then I mentioned my brother. This is my brother and his wife Susan. Oddly enough, my mom's name is Susan, and my sister-in-law's name is Susan, and Aunt Carol's daughter is named Susan. There are 3 Susan Hayeses in our family, so it's the army of Susans. But once again, Susan Hayes III. She had children from her first marriage, and so she had to be more serious. My brother, he's a very stand-up guy. He also makes a boatload of money working with SAP, travels the world. She works for Nikon, so she does something too. But so she had to be more serious. So anyway, look for good qualities. Now, conversely, hold on, I'm moving ahead of myself. So this is my niece's. Now I need to. This is 9 years ago at their wedding. My niece is now a sophomore at Buena Vista, so she's your age, and Chantel is a bratty teenager, 15-year-old teenager at Johnson. But I took a picture of them, so this is at their wedding, and this was them at their wedding. So, and they've been married 9 years, so it's a pretty solid marriage. And it was a pretty typical 30s marriage where they paid for it all and didn't only invited 70 people. Pretty good marriage. Now, conversely, my cousin, Britt, who's amazingly beautiful, talented, a lot of good qualities, but she has very poor taste in men. She's now on her third marriage, we're the same age basically. Her first husband, he was okay, but he was kind of a bum, didn't really do a whole lot of exciting things. Her second husband, Glenn, in addition to being a very unattractive person, which is not, that's not everything, but he also was he was definitely not the most stable person. He really didn't really work. Just not overall, like we all, when they got married, we were like, what are you doing? This is a high school friend that they'd known each other for years. It was just a really horrible idea. And when they split, he kind of went crazy on her, and she had to get a restraining order, and so against him at some point. But the point is he didn't change. He was the worthless person when they got married as he was when they got divorced. But they had a baby. So Evelyn, she's now 6 or 7, I think now. But she had to be more serious. Now I don't know. I have not met the third husband. It's a work colleague. But my mom and dad have met him, but my brother and I have not, and they've been married a few years now. So, but I'm going up to Minnesota, so I may get to meet him. But anyway, so you have to be more serious. So with that, I bring you back to the 2 things. Does anyone else have any suggestions on the 2 things that you need to look for in a partner? Anything?
Like who else, I don't know how to say it like short, but like who else they have in their life? Like you have dogs up there and you're talking about their kids and stuff, so.
Okay.
Family situation or something, I don't know.
Family is certainly one. If they don't get along with their family, you got to deal with that. You're not much marrying the person, you're marrying their family, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was perfect. Go ahead.
Whether they match your level of seriousness?
Okay, yes, definitely. There was lots of times in my 20s where I was not quite on board with a little seriousness with the other person. And then I've also been in the situation where I was more serious. That's this situation right here. I was more serious than she was. So, any other suggestions? Okay, well, I'm going to give them to you. Good teeth, no credit card debt. Now, you may be saying, that's kind of superficial, right? You may be saying, that's kind of superficial, right? And you're right, it is. But these are things, we mentioned attraction. I'd say it's more appearance, right? It's something you can fix. If you care about how you look, you either got braces when you were younger, or you've done something in your age. It's something that it's an indicator of health and also appearance. And the no credit card debt, right? It doesn't mean you make boatloads of money. It means you live within your means. And one of the problems both of my cousin's first 2 husbands have had is that they rack up credit card debt and then she pays them off, or helps them pay them off while they're married. She also, her boyfriend in high school was in jail for a while, and then she even was with her after, with him after he got out. So, leads you to live with your means and you care about your appearance, right? Good teeth, no credit card. Now, this speech has changed over the years, from years to year. So that's that. So that's my parting message to you guys. So whenever you're out there looking for partners, maybe not so serious now, but when you're in your mid to late 20s, maybe even 30s, good teeth, no credit card debt. And that's all I got.